Hi there, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Before I start here with your new moon reading, I want to say thank you so very much for all of your comments, all of your love, and all of your light. It's beyond touching. I wake up oftentimes with tears, so thank you so much for it all. So, this new moon is significant, right? In and of itself, the new moon represents a time for deep, deep introspection, right? Entering that space of absolute stillness and honesty with ourselves, right? With our soul self. It's that reflective space, right? It's almost like this, and I have this vision whenever, I think about the period of the new moon and what it means. It's kind of like walking through a dimly lit cave, right? And there's just a faint glow of light that enters it, right? And there's water, right, sitting about at the floor of this cave. And it's night, so you know that you must enter the cave for shelter. Right? Naturally, by way of the cycle of the day and the night, you must enter this more reclusive space. So you step into this cave, right? And yes, right, it's interesting because it's a space that houses us, right? That provides a sense of shelter in a way, right? But also one that is dark, that is compelling, that is provocative, right? That is maybe not easy to step into. And so it's this dichotomy that is so powerful during this time, right? Of entering that space in the back of our minds, in our subconscious, in our psyche, really, right? Of this cave, so to speak. And so when you enter this dark space, right? You look down beneath you and you see water, right? You see water, not clearly though, not clearly. You only see it by way of the faint glimmer of light that shines through the dwelling. And so you kneel down, and the only thing you see, right, in that moment and in that space is the reflection, right, of yourself, but in such a way that is almost like shadowed, right? Your shadow self. And so it's in this space and in this time that we are beckoned, right? Even drawn to, as difficult as it may be, to that space of honesty, of stillness, of reflection. So I wanted to open it with that. That was rather channeled. It just flowed to me, but it feels so real to what this period of time really is conducive for. Right? So the new moon, having understood that sort of perception of it, is a beautiful time to release, right? To sift through the energetic archives of our being, right? the energy that either we hold on to or that holds us in some shape or form by way of the past in some way, right? Or even the present, or even the future, right? Whatever fear we hold, whatever apprehension we have along our journey in time and space, which of course is an illusion, right? So it's about sifting through, right? Digging really deep, digging really deep. It's a very Plutonic energy, very Plutonic energy, very true, right? It's yes, entering the shadow space, but to obliterate it, but to confound it, right? Like the Tower card, right? In tandem with the Death card, right? The new moon is a time for removing any hindrances, any blockages that may stand in our path to ascension, to reaching our absolute potential, our highest light and vibration, which we all have, right? Just waiting to shine. So, it's not an easy time, right? Not in the least bit. It can be difficult coming to terms, right, with what we've experienced and the shifting of perception in such a way that allows us to view what we've experienced in a way that is removed, detached, right, from our soul journey. Viewing it as a human experience not meant to hinder us or our growth, but to propel us forward, right? To show us where our difficulties lie in whatever realm of life, right? Where our weaknesses are, so that we can become aware of them, right? It's really a gift. It's such a gift when we shift our perception, right? Of what we encounter, who we encounter, right? What they illuminate for us within ourselves. So that really is the new moon space, right, that we enter around this time. Introspection, release, but simultaneously, right, as sort of you release what does not serve you, right, and you recognize, right, it's like taking a flashlight into the deepest part of your psyche, and putting a name, almost putting a face to the name, right, of what energetic blockages may subsist, right? Even subconsciously, that we don't realize on, let's say, a daily, very conscious level, right? Basis, even. So, absolutely, absolutely take this time to, on the one hand, right? Take that flashlight out, enter the cave, right? Face the water and your reflection. What do you see, right? What do you see? What is holding you back in any way? Come to terms with that, accept it, make peace with it, and release it. If you feel and you find that it does not align with the other side to this new moon period, which is the alignment, right, with what we do want to plant the seed towards as manifestation for this next cycle. So, and it's kind of like this. It's kind of like a detox, right? And I love, life is full of patterns, right? And it's just a matter of seeing it in this way, of seeing where the synchronicities lie, even within the law of nature itself. So it's kind of like this, right? When you detoxify your body, right, and you go through a physical detox. Let's say, right, you You want to reestablish the flora in your gut, right? Your microbiome. Well, what do you have to do? You have to clear out the bad bacteria, and you have to supplement with the good bacteria. It's not enough, right, to just kill off what does not help our body thrive and nourish. You have to simultaneously, right, supplement with what does. So it's a matter of releasing what does not align with us spiritually and otherwise, and even physically. The new moon is a beautiful time to engage in any kind of detox of any sort, right? The moon's energies are very conducive towards that. But always, right? This is not to substitute medical advice, right? Professional medical advice. So do consult your physician. Okay, I'm obligated to say that, right? But nonetheless, it's a beautiful time, right? The moon's energies are very, very conducive for release. Okay, absolutely, of many kinds. So releasing what does not serve us, and simultaneously allowing to enter in and replace it within our psyche, right, are the seeds of our intentions, are the seeds of what we want to see come to life, right? Come to life. So it's the de-weeding of our garden, so to speak, that very sacred space, making it one that is ultimately fertile, right? Fertile for the planting of our soul truth and our soul dreams and our soul aspirations as time moves forward. So I hope this new moon period is a time of self-empowerment, of truth for you all in some shape or form. I absolutely believe it will be. I know it is absolutely for myself. So thank you so much for tuning into this segment here, and I'm going to proceed with your readings.
Hi there, Virgo. I was shuffling just for a slight moment, and 3 cards popped out for you, even before I could turn on the camera. So, 5 of Swords in reverse, motioning over to the Hangman in reverse and the Daughter of Cups in reverse. Alright? Let's get a few more cards for you. Whoa! Quite a few more cards for you. Alright. Okay. 5 of Wands upright. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 4 of Pentacles upright. 7 of Cups in reverse. 2 Pentacles cards in the center, sandwiched by Wands and Earth. And water energy, actually. Yeah, water, not Earth. Okay. You have 2 5s showing up in your spread. Let me tune in here. 1 second, Virgo. There's something absolutely that you are facing the truth with, right? You're no longer remaining stagnant in a situation, right? You've awoken, right, to a reality of some sort, right? Even if it required you to rip off the Band-Aid, right, move through any perceived illusions of an obstacle, right, that stands in our way. It can even be self-imposed limitations or beliefs, right? And taking matters into your own hands, right? Instead of just hanging in the dark, waiting for the day to come, the Hangman is like, I'm going to stand upright, right? I'm going to look at the situation head on. I'm going to gain the clarity that I need as I move forward. Yeah, you're no longer engaging in the illusion, right, of not knowing how you feel about something emotionally, right? This card upright speaks to the illusion of, how do I feel about this? I don't really know how I feel about this. When really, you know, right, that this card is an illusion in a way. The cups, are they on the mountain or are they in the sky? It's how you turn it, right? So you're like, okay, it's how you turn it. Well, I am going to turn upright and I'm going to look at the situation head on for what it is as it regards my emotional satisfaction, right? And I believe it speaks to a new creative journey for you, one that really allows you to express your emotional self, right? Your ooh, bandit. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Wanna go outside? Sorry about that. One that allows you to express your more sensitive side. Like that really deep part of ourselves, that deep reservoir, right? Compassionate space even, but just one that's more subtle with greater understanding and creative will, right? One that is driven creatively, and takes on a softer approach, right? And I remember, Virgo, that you guys have been getting in the past, right? Rather combative energy, right? Feeling at odds with others in your environment. There being a lot of chaos to some degree. But I'm feeling, that energy is upturning, and you're stepping into a space of greater emotional sensitivity even, right? Your approach is softer, perhaps, and you are not gonna just hang in the situation and kind of be at the mercy, right, of the wind. You're going to stand upright and say, you know what, I am going to move in the direction that speaks to me, right, in my emotions, with greater care and sensitivity, right? I'm not going to just remain at the mercy of this illusion, remain thinking in the stagnant sort of space, right? How do I feel about this? Like, does this make me happy? Does this not make me happy? What makes me happy? Like, you're now like, I'm not gonna wait to pursue and decide for myself, right? Align with myself and seek out, embark upon the journey of expressing, right? And discovering what makes me feel emotionally satisfied, right? It's about that discovery, that opening up of that space. Leo got a similar energy as well. Okay, so you may want to check that video out if you have some overlap with a Leo. Right, nonetheless, I'm sensing that there's a restructuring of some sort, right? You have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, the 4 of Pentacles upright. There's a restructuring of some sort as it regards your environment, your career, your finances, whatever it is that you contribute towards on a long-term, day in, day out basis, right? That you feel will bring you a greater sense of security and stability in the long term. And it can also speak to a network, right? A family even, perhaps. Joint finances of some kind. And so it's the restructuring of, with greater creativity, right? Just a more eccentric sort of different approach, unique approach, to bringing, right, abundance through. And it seems that in that approach, right, in this creative approach, you're going from a 4 to a 5. In this restructuring of some sort, I'm feeling also restructuring of finances, okay? Something to do with that, perhaps. Is, right, there are many ways. There are many ways that you can move forward with this new creative direction as it regards your career, your finances. Right? There are a few different options, alternatives, right? As to how exactly you can embark on this new beginning. And so you may already be thinking about that, right? You may be thinking about that, engaging that thought process, right? The theme is the 7 of Wands in reverse, overlaying the 2 of Pentacles upright. The 7 of Wands in reverse speaks to I'm feeling in this case for you the desire to rekindle our inner flame, our passion, our drive. Capricorn got a similar energy. Okay? About discovering, right, reacquainting yourself with who you really are emotionally, right? Deep inside, who are you? That inner child, right? Bringing it out to play. Rather than saying, emotions? I don't know. Emotions? What do I feel emotionally? Right? Rather than shying away from it, you're now like, I'm going to embark on it as a journey in such a way that allows me to feel reinvigorated. Absolutely. And redefine, right, how I view stability and security, material or otherwise, right? Because we're seeing here already a redefinition of even attainment of security and stability in such a way that is more creative, right? That allows more free reign, right? That involves the incorporation of your fire energy, right? Different ways, different options that we're seeing there. And so this rekindling of passion and drive, right, is overlaying the redefinition of what you view as stable and secure as it regards your personal inborn stability, right? It just says who you are, right? Like this butterfly is stable because the butterfly is stable because it has 2 wings and a pentacle on each, and it's in synchrony, it's in harmony, right? Its movements, they work in unison. So the butterfly is free, right? It's not bounded or held down by heavy pentacles, earth energy. It's not like the more pentacles, the better, in a way, in terms of personal expression. And inborn stability is I'm feeling you are desiring it. This butterfly, the irony of this card is that in its inherent sense of stability and groundedness, right, it still is free, right? Unbound. And so it's the element of accumulation, right, that we leave behind when we see this card, right? Where we see here accumulation, right? The accumulation of assets, of things that make us validate, right? Make us feel that we are stable, we're grounded, right? We have, and so therefore we then are stable because we are seeing ourselves in relation to the things we have. But if we see ourselves in relation to our path forward, right, then the stabilizing factor is us, is our ability to move, right? So it's the inborn stability. Striking that balance, right? Balance. Going from a 9 to a 4, you're like, yeah, this is too much, right? This is too much. Too much of the same. I need to reform, right? How I even view my sense of stability. And it's going to speak more to who I am and what makes me feel stable as an individual, right? Rather than being dependent on other things or other situations or other people even, right? So definitely I feel that you're on the brink of a very creative journey, Virgo. You are being very you're taking a very sober approach to embarking on this new journey, right? And the need for this newfound clarity, right, of perspective, remembering and realizing that it's all perspective, right? The hangman can hang, right, or the hangman can reverse its position in regards to its environment, right, and take control of its movement forward along its journey, right? So I hope that this reading was helpful for you, Virgo. Feel free to leave your comments. I love hearing from you guys. And I also highly recommend you guys to check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign, as oftentimes those can provide you with further insights. I know that I resonate a lot with my moon. So yeah, it doesn't hurt to check it out. If you don't know your signs, feel free to click the link below in the description box, and that will compute for you your signs. Just keep in mind, though, that you do need your exact birth time, even down to the very minute, as oftentimes a few minutes can change your signs quite a bit. All right, so play around with that. Otherwise, I will be back shortly, hopefully next week, with your mid-March readings. Oh my gosh, time's flying! Can't wait to see how these energies move through the month for you, Virgo. And I'll see you soon. Bye.